Disney is once again raising the price in the streaming platforms. And for people who don't know, for Disney Plus, this is about the third time that they've raised the price in a 2-year time frame. And since Disney acquired the rights to Hulu, they are also raising the price on that as well. I got this article pulled up from Deadline that's talking about what the prices used to be versus what they're going to be and when they're actually going to go into effect. Disney to raise prices on most streaming plans this fall. Disney will hike the price of most streaming plans as of October 17th. The company said today, about a year after its last increase in the fall of 2023. And then before that, they raised it a couple times within the previous year, which is where I got that number 3 times in a 2-year time frame. The new prices will see Disney Plus with ads rise to $9.99 from $7.99 a month. Ad-free will cost $15.99 from $13.99. And that's just for Disney Plus by itself. If you want to start looking at some of these other streaming platforms that they own or some of the bundled packages that they have, those prices are going up too. It says here the basic Disney Plus and Hulu bundle is going up $1 to $10.99 a month. The Duo Premium is the one plan that stays the same at $19.99 a month. So if you have that plan currently, then you're not going to see a price increase. Hulu with ad rises from $7.99 to $9.99. Without ads, it goes up $1 to $18.99. ESPN Plus with ads also rises by $1 to $11.99 a month. Hulu Plus Live TV with ads rises from $76.99 to $82.99. No ads will cost $95.99, up from $89.99. At this rate, why aren't you just getting a cable package? Because that's basically what they're giving you at these prices. That's insane. Remember when streaming services used to just be like, oh, you have access to all this stuff and it's just like less than $10 a month? At that point, people are like, well, then why am I paying $100, $200 a month for cable if I can just pretty much get everything I need for this price? And now it's gotten to the point where it's like, well, is it really so much better than cable? Or if you're paying this much money for it? Disney's other bundled offerings, a trio with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, will increase by $2 for the basic and premium plans to respectively $16.99 and $26.99 a month. This isn't something that's restricted to just Disney. Many other streaming platforms are also raising the prices too, because you want to, as a company, continue to grow and make more revenue. And there's only so many subscribers. So when you've run out of people that you can actually get to subscribe to your platform, well, then the only other alternative is to find ways to make more money from the current subscribers that you already have. But one thing to note when it comes to Disney Plus, though, is unlike some of these other streaming platforms like Netflix or even Hulu before Disney acquired them, they were already profitable before they started raising their prices. Disney Plus, however, has never been profitable. In fact, they promised their shareholders when they launched the platform that Disney Plus will be profitable by Q4 of this year. And if you look at the total subscriber numbers, they peaked around Q4 of 2022, and then it started going down until Q4 of last year. But keep in mind, this was also Disney giving away, or essentially giving away, trial subscription services to Disney Plus. And then they had their charter cable deal where they're giving away subscriptions to Disney Plus for people who are purchasing their cable and certain packages with them. So that's a way to kind of boost their subscriber numbers. But either way, on Q4 of 2022, when they had 164.2 million subscribers, that still wasn't enough for them to be profitable, and they are significantly lower now, and they still have to be profitable by the end of the year. So that's why they're probably raising the prices right now, so that they can go to their shareholders and say, okay, things are good now because we're now profitable on Disney Plus. And even though they're doing this, and it's probably going to chase away some people who are already on Disney Plus, I think they're hoping that it's going to make the money that they actually bring in is going to make up the difference. And this isn't necessarily just me coming up with this, or I know other people are saying this too. I got this tweet pulled up from Jonas J Campbell over at That Park Place. Great channel for people who don't watch it. They're a lot more in tune to this financial side of this thing than I am. So I would recommend people check them out. But this is what Jonas Campbell had to say about it. Let me explain why Disney Plus price increases stinks for customers, but it's the right move for Disney financially. Raising the prices on Hulu and Disney Plus by 25% is a safe bet that less than 25% of users will cancel over $2 a month. According to Disney, Disney Plus Core has 117.6 million subscribers, with a 25% price increase, Disney would have to lose about 30 million subscribers to see a drop in subscriber revenue. Get ready for a future earnings call to hear something to the effect of the drop in subscribers was mitigated by the growth in average revenue per user. And that's really what it is. Disney knows that some people are going to be turned off by this news that they're going to be raising the prices, but they're thinking it's not going to be enough people to actually justify not increasing the prices. And if they get away with this, or I mean, they're going to get away with this, it's going to increase more revenue for them as a company. So then they're just going to do this again, maybe a year from now, maybe less than a year from now, but they're going to increase the prices because, like I said before, they need to continue to see more revenue growth at their streaming platforms. And they basically reach the ceiling of how many people are going to subscribe to their platforms. So the only other alternative is to try to find more ways to make money from the current subscribers that they already had. And there's going to be a breaking point to this too, because eventually people are just going to turn off, and the loss in subscribers that they have is not going to mitigate these streaming platforms with how much money they're generating, because they can't charge like $100 for a basic platform. I mean, I know that's a little ridiculous, but there's going to be a point where people just tune out entirely and then just go a completely different route. Like, I got this article pulled up. Netflix users pushed the piracy after being forced into more expensive plans. Now, I'm not condoning anything illegal on this channel, but I'm just stating the fact, because eventually customers are going to say, you know what, it'd be easier for me just to pirate whatever I want to watch, especially since a lot of these streaming platforms aren't producing enough quality content that people are willing to subscribe for. I know a lot of people, myself included, where some of these platforms, we don't necessarily even maintain a subscription to it. We'll just subscribe when a show or something comes out that we want to watch, and then maybe binge what we want to watch in that month that we have the subscription, and then cancel it and then move on to the next thing. So a lot of people are starting to take up that approach. Other people might start doing this. It's like, well, why should I subscribe for a month to a platform if I just want to watch one movie or one show? I'll just pirate that one movie and show and then just continue on my business. And I think we're going to see more of that moving forward. So in a way, by having these streaming platforms, which kind of ended, I'm going to say actually ended piracy, but it really mitigated it, because people were like, well, I'm not going to buy movies and things like that. I will just pirate the movies if I want to watch it, and I don't want to watch it enough to pay to watch in the theaters or rent it or something like that. But they're like, yeah, but if I'm going to just pay $7 a month that I can watch all these movies, including that, then I guess I'm willing to do that just to save me the hassle. Well, now it's gotten to the point where it is too much of a hassle to actually maintain these streaming subscriptions. So people are like, all right, I guess it's just back to piracy now. And I think a lot of these streaming platforms know this is ultimately their fate if they continue down this path, because there is going to be a breaking point. So this is where the streaming bubble is eventually going to burst, because you can't have all these streaming platforms the way they are. So the only other alternative is it pretty much just to consolidate to how it used to be, where Netflix was reigning supreme and everyone else was just getting money from Netflix to license their movies and TV shows and other things like that. But you know, these companies like Disney and HBO Max, or not HBO Max, Warner Brothers and things like that, they're like, well, Netflix is making a lot of money off of our properties. We're making a lot of money with licensing them, but maybe if we just had our own thing, then we can make more money that way. And it's looking like that's probably not going to be the case for these different companies. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Do you think this is going to be the mark of the end of the streaming wars, or do you think this is just pretty much par for the course when it comes to these sort of things? And if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And if you can, click that like button and share the video out there, because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.